So, Dana, again, thanks for coming on the show, man. I think this is your first time back since cashing in on a huge deal. How much cash do you have in your pocket right now?
$30.
$30, that's it? Oh, all right.
So this morning on The Herd, you made a huge announcement. Ronda Rousey is back. How does it feel to have the biggest star in the UFC back? And what does Ronda mean to the organization as a whole?
Yeah, no, it's good to have her back, obviously, and you know, she's a megastar, man. She's the biggest star we've ever had in the history of the sport. So you know, her return, not only that, but you know, the way she went out a year ago. Now Amanda Nunes is the champion, and the way that she went in as champ against you know, someone that I have a lot of respect for, Miesha Tate, durable, tough, just, you know, super talented. This is a good fight.
So the next answer raises a whole bunch of other questions. You said if Ronda Rousey wins, then she'd fight Cyborg next.
No, I didn't say that.
Well...
No, I said she would fight Cyborg.
Yeah, she would fight Cyborg. Okay, well, we just said the exact same thing. You and I just said the exact same thing, but, like, what weight class would they fight at?
I don't know.
Would it be for a championship?
Listen, well, first of all, Ronda's got to come back, and Ronda's got to win. She wins the title. Then, you know, I don't know if she's going to want to defend it or what she's going to want to do, but she has told me that she will fight Cyborg.
What made her come around? What changed in Ronda? Because at first it seemed like she was kind of shooting down that idea, but...
She was never... as long as I've ever known Ronda and talked to her, she was always willing to fight Cyborg. Always. So there's never any doubt in my mind that Ronda would eventually fight Cyborg.
So this morning, for the first time since our fight got announced, I went to UFC.com, and I saw Anthony Johnson and I are fighting, but then above us, it says TBD versus TBD. I don't know.
Did it really?
Yes,
on the website?
It does. So
listen,
let's say that there's a main event, so you want to tell me who's the main event?
Is it a guy break with 3 letters? This thing off my head when I talk about dealing with our website, man. Yeah, you're the main event. There shouldn't be a TBD above you on the, you know.
You know, I don't know if that's good news or bad news. I was hoping George St. Pierre was fighting.
Well, that's the thing.
That's good news or bad news, boss.
Some people think that GSP was going to fight. You know, I know you said you don't think he wants to fight. Why do you say that?
Well, let me tell you this. I mean, you guys know. You guys are fighters. You've been around the sport your whole life. When you're somebody that wants to fight, man, like, I'll give you an example. He called me. I was trying to have him sit on the shelf for a minute and sit back. I wanted to do Anthony Johnson versus Jones, but Jones' stuff isn't going to be cleared up. Yeah. He was chomping at the bit, calling me. And I said, listen, are you cool sitting, you know, will you set aside while these two fight, and then, because I think it builds a bigger fight for these two to fight and then come up and fight you. He goes, I don't love it. I'd prefer not to, but if that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. And then while this whole thing was playing out, nothing had been announced, so he's calling me. He's like, what's going on? He's like, how about we just fight? Why is this guy calling me out? That's the mentality of a fighter. You know what I mean? And I think that whenever somebody says, it's like when Ronda Rousey said to me, I want time off. Take as much time as you need. This isn't a sport where you should force people to, you can't force people to fight. You either have it here and you want it, or you don't. George St. Pierre hasn't had it here in a long time. I know guys that want to fight. And he's not one of them.
Well, listen, I want to talk about UFC 205. I'm pumped for this event. Event is absolutely huge. Is this the most gratifying event you've ever put together?
Oh, yeah. It's the biggest event we've ever done. And obviously, you know, as we were building that event and as it all started to come together, you know, not just if you look at the card alone. I mean, the card is the greatest card ever assembled in UFC history. It might be one of the greatest cards ever assembled in combat sports history, okay? Then you talk about going into New York for the first time, and you talk about fighting in the incredible, amazing Madison Square Garden. So, yeah, couldn't be better.
Amazing fight card. Now, on this night, Conor McGregor has a chance to do something that guys dream about. Win championships in 2 divisions. Now, he's going to have both of those belts if he gets the job done. What happens? Like, something has to happen in terms of these 2 championships.
Yeah, so he'll fight.
Yeah.
He'll fight, and if he wins, he'll hold 2 belts, and then he'll decide which one he's going to give back to me.
Yeah, so one of them has to go, is what I'm saying. You know, something's got to shake.
Yes.
So you can't hold them both.
No, you can't hold them both. Yeah. He'll have accomplished this, and then he'll have to figure out, you know, which one he wants to give up. You can't tie up 2 divisions for that long.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that, you know, because Jose Aldo obviously very upset. He said, you know, he's not getting that rematch that was promised to him against Conor, says he's retired now. Does he have a right to be frustrated?
Listen, I can't make anybody fight anybody. I can do the best I can to put together fights and make them happen. You know, Jose Aldo and I will get together probably next week, and we'll talk about this. I mean, I think he's being a little ridiculous about this. I'll get him a fight. I'll get him a fight all day long. I mean, if you look at that division, it's stacked. Holloway's ready. He wants to fight. Anthony Pettis is in that division now. There's a lot of talented guys there that he can fight. I can't make Conor McGregor fight anybody. And obviously, everybody wants to fight. I'm waiting for Joanna Jędrzejczyk to call out Conor McGregor next. I mean, everybody wants to fight Conor. You probably want to fight Conor too. I mean, I don't blame you.
I'll fight him too.
Exactly.
I'm retired. I mean, it doesn't even matter. But is he upset the fact that Conor is allowed to jump weights and he's able to keep the belts? Why couldn't Aldo when he was doing it?
When Aldo was doing it, Aldo never aspired to do those things. He never, you know what I mean? Conor McGregor, I'm the guy that has stood in front of pretty much everybody in the sport at one time or another. And a fight pulled out a week before, and let me tell you what, nobody acts the way Conor McGregor acts when a fight pulls out or whatever. And you're talking about a guy, normally when you have so much to lose, everybody's afraid to lose it. Nobody wants to take a risk. This guy goes all in every time. And it's part of the appeal and the allure of Conor McGregor. And everybody can be mad and everybody can cry, but when you step up and you fight the way this guy fights and you put all your chips on the table when nobody does it.
I'm telling you, man, from experience, like the first thought, like even at UFC 200, it's almost like, do I really want to do this before you kind of come around? And Conor, obviously, he doesn't even like question it in one second.
Right, well, and we even put the video out of him when I told him, he sat there and he was, no, no, no. And there's just this moment of just disbelief and just whatever you feel. I can't say what you feel. You guys know what you feel, but I see it. Every time I do it, this kid doesn't flinch.
As we move forward in the UFC schedule, every fight card has a marquee matchup except Sacramento, UFC on Fox. Do you have any idea who's going to main event that fight card? There's one fight like announced for that in Sage Northcutt and Mickey Gall. You have any idea who the main event?
We didn't announce the main event yet?
No. You can tell us. You really can't tell me right now. I mean, what's a Dana White interview without?
Who's next for Dominic Cruz? Is it Dominic?
The main event for that card is Paige Van Zandt versus the Karate Hottie.
Oh, okay, wow. Good, nice. That's a great fight.
Yeah.
That's a great fight.
My team's going to kill me.
We got him again.
What's an interview if you don't do that?
Again. We put that pressure on him. What about Dominic Cruz? This is a guy who's at the desk a lot here. What's next for him?
Yeah. Dominic Cruz is, I don't know if I've ever met anybody in my life with worse luck than this kid, okay? And his entire career, it's just one thing after another. Injury. He's getting a big fight. He comes off the Ultimate Fighter. He's supposed to be the co-main event on Anderson Silva Chael 2, which he gets a piece of the pay-per-view, which is, some really, really good news is coming Dominic Cruz's way.
Oh, my goodness.
So knock on wood that this kid can stay healthy, and some really good news is coming his way.
Do you know who it is? Can
I
you
don't
say
know.
Who it is?
He's not willing to give us all of it.
We almost got him again. We will. We still have time. We still have
good news coming his way.
Okay, so our buddy Lorenzo Fertitta, former owner of the UFC, was tight with a lot of fighters. A lot of guys find comfort in talking to Lorenzo.
Yep.
Like Chris Weidman, he helped get his fight put together for New York City.
He did.
What's Lorenzo's involvement now?
Well, the thing is that so Chris Weidman and I, when I was putting that card together, we met because Chris felt that, I guess you'd say promises were made to him, but that had nothing to do with me. It was between him and Lorenzo.
Yeah.
So he and I went to dinner that night. I said, you know how we fix this? You and Lorenzo need to talk.
Yeah.
We jumped on a plane and he flew to Las Vegas and went to Lorenzo's house, hung out with Lorenzo for a while, and him and Lorenzo got that deal done. But the reason is because they had unfinished business that they needed to deal with. And I just felt that was the right thing to do and the fair way to do it. And listen, Lorenzo's got a beard about this big right now. He's literally sitting around doing nothing. So if anybody needs to talk to Lorenzo or whatever, I would, you can still call. Listen, Lorenzo loves this sport. And, I don't know, no matter what, Ari and I do from here, or whatever happens, I don't know if there will ever be bigger contributors to the sport of mixed martial arts than the Fertitta brothers.
Yeah.
So, listen, all of you guys that are friends with Lorenzo and have had great relationships with him, he's not dead. He's still here. So call him.
Now, before we let you go, boss, I just got, you gave us the Paige Van Zandt news, but what's a Dana White interview without doing it twice? 2 times. You can do it twice, boss.
What's that?
What's going on with Dominic Cruz? I don't know if we've asked you this already, but what's happening with Dominic Cruz?
Does it rhyme with Billishaw or Garbrandt?
Does Dominic Cruz, did Dominic Cruz catch the white whale who is Ronda Rousey? What's going on with Dominic Cruz?
Is he fighting Ronda Rousey?
Is he fighting on the same card as Ronda Rousey? Remember, he was about to fight with Anderson where he's going to get that money. Is he fighting with Ronda where he's going to get those checks?
That's it.
He's grabbing his
water or anything, right?
We put the pressure at UFC Tonight.
They don't even give you water here.
We actually don't give you water so that you're more parched, so your answers barely come out. You may say
they want everything, but they give you nothing. It's possible.
My man Cruz.
Yeah, it's possible.